Another week, another drop, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spin Sessions with Vic Pardell, the loudest white on African soil. This week, we take a chapter out of the history books. We speak to a massive little guy, a guy who changed the face of spinning and has paved the way for the youngsters in spinning today. We are speaking to the legendary, I'm a 325, Jeff James. In the building today with me. You'll know we're going to bring out some history lessons for y'all, as well as some future advice for the youngsters in the game. Welcome to Spin Sessions. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm giving some love, some appreciation, some shout outs to all the spinners from the coastal areas. My boy Reese in KZN, I see you, baby. Shane Green, Cape Town City, I see you. Enoch Spears, I see you. Lagarty, I see you, son. Sean February, back in the spin game, I see you. All the Rastas spinning outside in Atlantis, we see you, we respect you. Keep on holding that spinning flag high. We're coming for you at the coastal areas, we're coming. Owens and Macy Kinder, I am super excited about the guests we have in studio today with Spin Sessions. You're gonna meet or already know a legendary, massive figure. Well, physically he's a little bit smaller and we call him the baby Jakes of spinning, but massive figure. Let me introduce to you the one and only, I'm a 325, Jeff James in the neighborhood.
Thanks, man.
What's happening, Jeff?
Good on you, Vic. Good on you, Vic.
Yo, my man Jeff James is here. Hold on. Let me take out the history books because we got gang things to talk about today. Like, which year in history would you like to start off with? Sure, James, my man. Not to give your age or your experience away, but we've known each other for a long time.
Very long.
Jeff James, the legend. My man, you are such a massive, well-respected, epic figure in South African spinning. Thank you for honoring me with your presence today. I really appreciate it.
More than welcome, Vic. More than welcome.
Where do I start with you, Jeff? Like, where do I start with Jeff James? My goodness.
More than 18 years. Don't even know where to start.
Like, so
there's a lot to discuss.
Jeff James comes back from an era of where spinning started to get a lot of fame and started gaining a lot of momentum. We're talking about the same era as Bubeshi and Sherwold, 2002, 2003, 2004, and then it went into West Bank Raceway.
Oh, yes.
So let's start with the Sherwold moves, because that's, I think, the very first time I saw you. Yes. Sherwold, Bubeshi. I brought you onto West Bank, and the West Bank, you're like super, super popular. Yeah. How did it start for you, Jeff James? Because you've been here, you've been pushing and spinning and throwing donuts, figure of eights and burnouts for a long time, homeboy.
Very long time, Vic. Thanks for the opportunity, man.
Where did it start for you?
To start off with, Vic, I'm a motorsport fan.
No doubt, no doubt.
No running in my veins. It all started in Soweto.
Super home.
Yes. You know, if I'm not sure, it was around about 2001, 2002.
Sure. My man.
You know, we used to spend, you know, the streets, enjoying ourselves and all that.
Where fundamentally, that's where spinning started. And you,
oh, yes.
You got to always acknowledge that. That is where it started.
True. It's true, Vic. And I remember from there we went to Ayrton, eh? So remember those days?
Ayrton. So, you know, I didn't get to Ayrton. My first encounters with spinning was Sherwold. You know, the other day we had Magesh on here, like a few drops before, and we're like, he also spoke about Ayrton. I was like, I didn't get to that. That was before my time. Tell us more about Ayrton.
It was great. It was fun. It was fun because everybody was there. Sure. You know, we were like one big family, you know. You get your whites there, you get your blacks there, your Indians, your colored. So it was one big
Rainbow
happy
truly family.
Yes, yes. What happened is it was drag racing, if I'm not mistaken. You know,
Spinning and drag race. So spinning and I'm going to say this politically correct, informal drag racing
yes,
share a lot of commonalities because from what I remember on the streets, you know, I don't want to divulge too information, but wherever there was informal street racing, during the halftime breaks, the spinners would come out and the Oaks would entertain the masses. So while the guys were busy organizing the different street racing that, like, you know, the big headliners, during those empty gaps, spinners like you came on and entertained the crowd. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. You know, it reminds me of the days of West Bank.
Shh, my man, Jeff. So, yes. So, Jeff, I always say for me, West Bank was very crucial in creating a platform to showcase spinning to all the masses as well as commercially, like, you know, to the corporates, to the sponsors. It was, hey, there was 8,000 to 12,000 people every Wednesday and they were watching you guys. So you guys were getting a lot of, like, you know, traction.
It's true.
Jeff, for me, I'm going to talk a little bit about your stunts in West Bank. So me as an MC and a commentator and entertainer, I started seeing these spinners and these spinners are like throwing these big stunts and I was like, but we gotta start giving names to these stunts. And I always started calling the stunts. I tried to always keep the spinner that invented that stunt's name. So for me, for you, Jeff's signature move, I call it still today, and it's funny because I'm actually wearing the cap. How small is that?
That's on your cap.
That was a coincidence, but Jeff's signature move at West Bank, I called it and dubbed it the Jeff Jordan. That was your move, the Jeff Jordan. Similar to the insignia you see on my cap, Jeff would get out the car while it was spinning. He would engage his front foot on the latch where the door opens between the body and the door, and you'd hook his heel, the rear heel, on the latch that closes the door, and he would do the Jeff Jordan, man. That was your move. I was like, Jeff, throwing the Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. You know where you're at, West Bank Raceway. This is what you came here to see. And that, for me, was your move. You invented it and you perfected it, and I acknowledge that was your move. That's Jeff James. That is the Jeff Jordan move, bro. I love that.
Signature.
Yeah, it was your signature move, man.
I had fun during those days, man. You know,
you were like a headliner.
I remember, you know, Wednesday nights, you know, you
packed.
Guys would get excited that, hey, guys, come, prepare now. We need to go. We need to move.
Packed.
You know, we would get together, jump on the freeway straight to West Bank. You know, when you see those floodlights,
big, massive,
that hot pumps, man.
And the crowds, because back then, like, spinning was growing traction. There was still no standalone spin events yet. It was beginning. It was a grassroots.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
They were starting to, hey, let's go. Let's have standalone spin events. Oh. But West Bank on a Wednesday was, you know, if you went there, you're going to watch drag racing, but your halftime show, the spinners were going to come out. And I remember as an MC, I'd be like, you know, entertaining the crowd the whole, you know, from like 7 until midnight. But when I said, ladies and gentlemen, gather around, get your phones out, because the spinners are here. And you'd suddenly see, like, down the drag strip, the masses would just come. And back then, you know, the cell phones weren't recording such great quality. But you still saw, man, Oaks out with phones, guys with cameras.
Guys would run right up to the stairs,
crazy,
you know.
Bro.
Yes.
But like, what is that guy? What? That just jumped out of the car. There's no one in the car. What? The people were like insane. Before the big moves, I remember, Jeff, when you just jumped and did your signature Jeff Jordan. Yes. If you look at it now, it was like a plain stunt. Yes. But for them, it was like, man, the volcano had erupted. People were just going mad, screaming your name. It was awesome.
That was when Jeff was still young. And
what are you talking about? You're still young. You're like the Denzel Washington of spinning, homie. You don't age. Look at Denzel Washington. The Oak is still looking like he's 33. What are you talking about?
Should I be open with my age?
No, you're not saying. What are you still a young blood, bro. Young blood. Denzel Washington of spinning,
you know, during those days. Hey, I think now it's but difficult, man.
You reckon?
Yeah, man.
You think it's gotten harder for you as you've matured in life?
I'm going slow now, man.
Really?
Although I do enjoy, you know, I still do enjoy spinning, you know, Vic. I'll be honest with you. You know, it's in my blood, and but you know, I think I'm now getting to that point, eh?
Really?
Yeah, it's getting there now. you
No
know?
way, Jeff. No stress.
Trust me.
Are you
But
thinking
you
of
know, with my
retiring?
performance, you wouldn't say that. But
No,
you know, I
absolutely
can feel
not.
it. I can feel it, man. You know.
Seriously, you're thinking of retiring? Is that? Or you like? Oh, I'm gonna give this another year or two or so. Is that where your mind frame is at? Come on, Jeff. You still got a few years in you, son.
You know, Vic, I'll be honest with you, man. I enjoy watching the young ones, man. I enjoy watching the young ones.
Let me
man,
tell you, Jeff.
know.
Like, you know, I've been to a few events of late. You know, I love spinning and I enjoy emceeing as well as, you know, spinning myself. But the kids of today, and that's what they are, they're kids. I'm talking about the young spinners that are under the age of 21, well under the age of 21. We're talking about like 14, 15, 16-year-olds. You know, they tend to be lightweight. They tend to be full of energy.
Exactly.
And they tend to be more physically able to maneuver stunts
Yes.
better than slightly as the guys mature. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they're just blowing me away. Like I've seen
It's true. It's true.
certain personalities the past few weekends, and I'm like, that in 5 years, with the right cultivation and mentorship, is going to be an international, not a local superstar, will be an international superstar. Will be on billboards for various energy drinks, for various culture brands, because that's where they deserve to be. And they will only be there because of the roads that you, Jeff, and your fellow friends of that era opened up for them. Because you paved the roads for them, Jeff.
It's true.
If it wasn't for people like you, spinning would never be where it is today.
It's true. It's true.
You broke those boundaries. You have paved the way for the youngsters in spinning today.
It's true. You know, as I've said it, Vic, you know, I get excited, man. I get excited, you know, watching the young ones performing, and they execute those moves so perfectly, you know.
No fear.
No fear at all.
Nothing.
And I would smile and I would like, yes, that's how you're supposed to do it.
That's,
you know.
That's how it made you feel, right?
Yes, yes. You know, at some point, I wouldn't even want to go in because I'm just enjoying the young ones.
Sure.
You know, although that crowd is waiting for Jeff James.
You're still a headliner. That's what I was saying. You
know,
Jeff, you're a headliner. You're still a big force in spinning. You know, the promoters put your name on the poster. You know you're getting people to come to your event because they're going to scream your name. They want to see Jeff James. You're a legend. You're the Michael Jordan. You're the Michael Jordan of spinning.
Through the grace of God, man.
Amen.
You know, I'm still going strong.
Let's take it back to the beginning again. You used to spin alongside Bubeshi. Bubeshi for me was the first guy that jumped out the car. Man,
oh, yes.
I was, like I said, Sherwold. When he jumped out of that car, I was like, that is insane.
That was the main
crazy.
man during those years.
Yeah, I was just like, that is crazy. And a lot of, I've spoken to various spinners, both on the show and in various pits and pitches, and I like to acknowledge Bubeshi as the very first person that threw a stunt in spinning. Now, I'm not saying, there's no concrete proof, but there's a general knowledge that Bubeshi was that guy. He was the first to through the stunts. How did you learn to throw your stunts? Where did you learn? And who from, or did you learn by yourself?
Hey, that's a very long story.
Oh, no, we got time. What are you talking about? I told you, I got my history book here, man. We got time.
You know, I remember when Pubez was the first guy to jump out. He didn't want to show us. Exactly. That was his secret.
Oh, so it was like, this is mine.
Believe me, Vic, after Pubezi performed, he stunned, he would pull his car out and literally lock it. So nobody goes in that car.
No one's going to see what's here.
Yeah, nobody must find out exactly what's happening in that car.
Sure.
And I would watch him. I was like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him.
He never divulged
One day I'll
anything.
do it.
Never told you anything?
Nothing.
So,
nothing.
Did you learn by yourself, or what happened? How did
I would say so, Vic. There was a very close friend of mine by the name of Arezi. He's also from Soweto.
Okay.
He's a BM mechanic.
Okay.
We were very close. And what happened is, Bubezi brought his car to him. And what a coincidence. To my house.
Okay. All right.
So that was the perfect timing
To have
for
a
me
look.
to check what's happening in that car. And we were discussing it. But now tell me already, what's happening here, man? And now they were like, I don't know, but let's check it out. Let's go and find out exactly what's happening in that car. Now, what we've noticed is that before Pubezi jumps out, his hazards would be on or his headlamps. Why? You know?
Sure. This is private detective stuff. Yeah, we're listening.
Exactly. You know, and we went for the accelerator pedal now. We look at it and we're like, how does he get it right? For that pedal to remain down there.
Through
you
the
know?
stunt, yeah.
Yes. And then we looked at it only to find out, you know, when you accelerator, there's that, what do you call it, stop or whatever.
Yeah.
So he would bend it. Right?
Oh, you'd hook the pedal under it?
Exactly.
Wow.
Under 3 minutes, we got it. Now, the second question, how are we going to lock the steering wheel now?
Yeah.
Because now you need to lock your steering wheel,
And keep the throttle down.
keep the throttle down.
Sure.
But you have to remember now, when you switch your key, the car
You cut
dies.
the power.
There's no power.
Normally.
You know? That's when now the question comes in, his hazards or his headlamps goes on. And Rezi goes for his, he switched on the hazards. The car was idling
Yeah.
and he switched off the car and the car didn't die. And
So
I was
you had a
like,
different power switch.
I got it. Now we
Yeah,
got
different
it.
power switch.
Exactly, you know.
Wow.
And I went to my car and I also tried my own moves, you know. Got it right,
Fiddle, swiddle.
fiddle, you know. And I couldn't wait for the Thursday night.
That Thursday night.
Yes.
And you
couldn't
shared
wait.
the pitch together, right?
Can I tell you something, Vic? I didn't practice it.
Hold on. So was this at Irriton or was this already at Sherwood?
Sherwood.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's Sherwood.
Okay.
I didn't even practice it, Vic. Comes Thursday night, I was so excited, you know, that, you know what,
Show this boy.
I'm going to
him.
show him now. Went in there, parked my car, you know, mingle with the guys, socializing with the guys, and Pubezi was in, performing and all that. What a surprise, Vic.
Did you share the pitch with him when
No.
it happened? Or you
I
went
gave
by
him
yourself?
a chance.
Okay.
I gave him a chance. Performed, pushed his car out, you know, to cool off. And I went for my car, started, and I went in. Spun, and I locked the thing, and I was out.
Sure.
Can I tell you something? It took us about 3 weeks, 3 months. Pubezi not talking to me.
Really?
I swear to God.
You've discovered his secret.
Exactly. He wasn't happy.
Tell me about the emotions you felt when you pulled off that stunt. Because if Bubeshi back then was the only jumping out of a car, when you did that at Sherwood, I remember when Bubeshi went with that, you know, that used to echo. People, like, it echoed. You couldn't hear yourself.
He was the main
Wow.
man. He was the main man.
How did
People
you feel
would come
when
as
that
far
happened?
as Northern Cape. People would come as far as your Pretoria, your Mpumalanga, just to watch Pubezi.
Yeah, he was.
Just to spend their 3 hours at Sherwood. It would last about 3-4 hours and go back.
How did
And they wouldn't go back without watching Pubezi.
No, for sure, because that was like the highlight.
You know, yes.
The main fight, the main bout.
Yes, exactly. And he wasn't happy at all, man.
How did it make you feel when you pulled that stunt off? What did you feel inside?
Yes, man. I was excited, man.
It must be an amazing feeling, especially the first stunt you ever pull in front of a massive crowd. It must be like
Oh, man.
an
I
adrenaline
guess
high.
that's when Jeff James started, eh? That's when Jeff James started. And I didn't look back.
I was just kept on going.
I didn't look back. No,
So Jeff, you've had this long journey in spinning. You just admitted now you're having thoughts of maybe slowing down a bit. What has been your lows in this journey? What has been the lowest point and why did you go through that? And how did you come out of it?
I guess politics.
Oh, So let me ask you, politics between spinners or outside fractions like fans talking scrap or rubbish or keyboard warriors, keyboard ninjas that like to get violent on platforms and what?
Spinners.
Spinners.
Yes.
Towards you or amongst themselves?
Amongst themselves.
Why do you think that? Is it envy? Is it jealousy because they are not at that level yet, or they're not getting booked at the same amount of events, or they just can't spin as well?
Vic, I would be wrong if I'm gonna say it's because of jealousy. I don't know what goes through their mind. I was never brought in that way. If somebody is good, cheer him up.
Yeah.
Cheer him up.
You should help them. You should hold them up, right?
Exactly.
Like you should help them build.
Exactly. So I just don't have the right term for it. But politics is always there, even up to today, man, Vic.
Is it a lot of trash talk going on in the pits, or is it happening after the events?
During the event.
Oh, really?
Yes, during the event.
Sure.
So with me, I just don't entertain it. If somebody comes to me and tell me about this spinner doing that, come on, I'm not going to entertain it. I'm not even going to waste my time to listen to all the crap which he's telling me.
I salute you. Don't exercise on negative space or negative energy.
Exactly.
Don't let it in your space.
Vic. And it's a continuous thing. Because during those days, it wasn't so bad as right now.
Oh, you think it's gotten worse now?
Yes, it's gone worse.
Do you think it's because... So I've noticed, Jeff, in the last 2 years,
Yes.
the amount of spinners have almost tripled. Literally almost tripled.
Oh, yes.
Because take 2 years ago, so let's say from 2010 to 2014, there was generally the same spinners. Obviously, unfortunately, spinning has been very highlighted, GP related, but there's a lot of spinners out in PE, East London, the coastal areas, Cape Town, that haven't gotten as much media coverage as they deserve, because they're just as good spinners as GP. But I find the last 2 years, man, there's new spinners nearly every single event. Do you think it's causing everybody's fighting for that fame, for that headline poster, and it's causing this hunger for competition, this hunger to be the best, and that hunger is causing animosity amongst fellow spinners?
I kind of agree with you, Vic.
Because now it's not easy. You see,
the young ones, they're hungry.
Oh yeah, for sure. No.
When they go in there, they want to prove a point. They even lose the focus of being themselves.
You see, Jeff, here's the thing for me. So there's a lot of talented young spinners, and they are. I see it every weekend. But in the same break, or spinners in general, not just the youngsters, should always respect your fellow spinner. Whether he's a rookie, a headliner, a veteran, or a new kid on the block. When you're on that pitch, you should respect your fellow spinners. And I'm not saying in general, let me tell you in general, Jeff, I love spinning because it's such a good community and there's a big brotherhood. In general, people, they get along. But there are certain individuals that have now, I find, starting to lose a lot of respect for their fellow spinners. I've seen things like, generally when someone spins on the pitch, that 3 minutes is yours unless you've gone onto the pitch with someone else and said, listen, we're going to spin together 3-pack, 4-pack, 5-pack. So you've got your 3 to 5 minutes and it's your time to shine. And I've seen Oaks just force their way through the lines, take over the spin pitch and blatantly disrespect the spinner that was on, whether he was a veteran or a rookie. Because let me tell you, on the mic, I also talk, I'm here to entertain, and sometimes, I rip something people off in fun, not demeaning in any way, because you're entertaining the stuff. But everybody deserves their time to shine. When you are spinning on the pitch and you are spinning by yourself on the pitch, you deserve to finish your routine. You deserve to spin until the 2 tires pop. Whether you spun well or not, it is your time to shine. And now, because everybody's hungry to be the number one, to be that poster boy or poster man, they're starting to disrespect certain spinners. Now it makes me uncomfortable because it shouldn't be like that.
Which is true, Vic. It's disappointing, man. It's disappointing, you know. What I usually do, Vic, if I'm gonna go in the pitch and there would be one of the guys forcing himself in, I would quit. Reverse, give him the platform.
But you shouldn't need to do that.
Why, Vic?
You know, that upsets me, eh? Yes. You know, Jeff, you're the better man. I promise you're the better man. Because if I'm on the pitch, if I'm spinning, eh?
Yes.
And I'm not saying I'm the greatest spinner, by no means am I the greatest spinner. But I can entertain.
Yes.
And if I'm spinning and I haven't given you, like, not authority, but I haven't said, hey, man, my man, come spin with me, let's do a double tag team combo.
Yes, yes.
And you come onto the pitch and try and take my shine away.
Yes.
Oh, my man, then the battle's on. My man, I'll put my car real close to yours and I'll be like, you want a battle? I'll show you what I'm made of. Unfortunately, that's my personality. Like,
Yes.
I'm a super humble, respectful person. My mum was a big, huggable lady and she slapped me big wooden spoon. She taught me manners.
Yes.
If someone comes onto my pitch, my man, and you're trying to like outshine me, I'll give you the fight you're looking for. Definitely. You're the better man if you're saying, I'll slut a reverse and go back into the pits. It shouldn't even come to that.
Exactly. But I guess it's because of level of thinking.
Tell me something.
Yes.
You've seen spinning since, look, spinning's been around way before me and you.
Yes.
But let's say since it started to gain commercial success, if you want to call it, where do you see spinning in the next 5 years? With all these new spinners and the amount of new characters and personalities that are coming up in the spin world.
Let me first start by saying, you know the young ones.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame them.
No,
The
no.
slightest they are vibrant. They just want to have fun. They just need a guy which will mentor them,
Agreed.
you know? So we are on the right track, Rick.
Spinning as a whole.
Spinning as a whole. Well, there's young ones.
Sam was taught and guided into spinning by a personality. That personality being you. I'm just letting everybody know because he doesn't want to let us know. So tell us how you taught him. How did that come about? How did you guide him into the spin world? How long did it take? Was he a good student? Did he take it on quickly?
Very easy to answer that one. I would first start from his parents, his dad. We were very close friends.
Okay.
Yes.
From before spinning or
Yes, before spinning, you know.
Okay.
His dad is a very close friend of mine.
Okay.
He loves spinning.
Good sport to love.
Yeah, you know,
No doubt.
he loves spinning with all his heart. And I remember one day when he gave me a call and he said to me, Mnaga, how are you, Mnaga? And I'm like, no, I'm all right, Mnaga. He says, hey, man, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but I need a favor from you. And I'm like, yes, go ahead, Mnaga. How can I help you? And he said, I need you to teach my boy how to spin.
Sure.
You know, by then he had an idea how to spin, you know, but not the part of doing stunts.
Okay.
And that's when I came in.
How young was he? Do you remember how young Sam?
12.
Wow.
12.
Sure.
And that's when I came in. I would drive down to Nelspruit every weekend to teach that young boy.
Wow.
And I was so very, I wouldn't say fortunate, but Sam is quick.
Quick learner.
Yes, he's a very quick learner.
Sure.
It took me about 3 weeks.
To show him how to stunt.
Yes.
How to throw stunts.
Yes, how to
Wow.
throw stunts. And he would send me videos practicing. And
That
I
must
was
make you
guiding.
feel good.
Oh, that was a good feeling. I won't lie to you, man, Vic. And I was quite happy, man.
Sure.
You know, I was quite happy.
How did you feel? Where did you see his first stunt being thrown at a live show?
That was in Nelspruit.
Awesome.
Rocky's Drift.
Sure, I remember that actually.
Yes.
It was what was that promoter's name? Nicky?
Nicky.
Yeah, I remember. It was actually a nice spot. It was
Yeah,
like
the
a
late Nicky.
resort.
Yes,
the
yes.
pitch was,
that was
very,
a nice
very
spot.
small.
Yes.
I remember
yes.
that, Nicky. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, I was over the moon, man.
Again, he was 12 years old?
Yes,
He was 12 years old the
12,
first time
12.
he threw his stunt.
Yes, 12, 13, somewhere there.
Sure.
And I was over the moon, man. I was over the moon, you know. That's when you see that you are doing a right thing, you know.
Makes you feel good.
Very good.
Would you consider ever coaching more often, or maybe even opening up a spin school where you would be able to coach more people or coach classes?
Vic, that's my dream.
Really?
That's my dream. It's so unfortunate that we don't have the right proper, venue, in terms of safety,
We're getting there though. Like I honestly believe, Jeff, we like you said, we're on the right road.
Yes.
We're on the right
Yes.
road. And if anybody's listening there and wants to help Jeff achieve his dream, like get involved with you, man. Holler at you on
Ouch.
Facebook, multimedia, like let's make it happen. Because I think you'd be a really good coach.
I guess so, eh?
I think you're very composed and patient, and you got a good, soothing voice, Samuel L. Jackson or something. I don't know. You'd be able to do it. I think you'd be able to do a great job.
Really, Vic, I would be the happiest man on earth.
What's your biggest dream that you would like to see come true when it comes to spinning as a sport? When I mean that is maybe spinning being recognized in a big international show, for example, like X Games, or what is your biggest dream that you would like to see realized within your lifetime?
My biggest dream, I would simply say, competing with the guys from outside the
Overseas,
country, overseas, and being recognized.
like Australia, or the Owens in Dubai and the
in
Emirates.
Dubai and all that. Oh yes,
You know,
I saw
America's also
some
becoming
of
big.
those. Yes.
You know, if
Especially
you
the guys
type
from
in-
Dubai, man.
Yeah.
I
No,
love-
those are nuts.
Yo.
We've had a few interactions electronically, like via email and stuff. I've spoken to some promoters that side. You see, the problem there is they're not having actual events. They're doing it like we all did it on the streets.
On the street.
But they haven't got an organized event going. So there's communication between us and them. Also in America, if you type in ghost riding in YouTube, you'll see Oaks throwing donuts, doing burnouts. They haven't got to the stunts just yet. So they're hanging on the door, they're riding on the door with their left foot on the accelerator. Most of those cars are
No
auto.
matter how they try, that's
Yeah.
our flavor.
That's what I'm saying.
That's our
own
country
this.
flavor, man.
We own this. But they're getting there. So there is a future of, mixing these two and hopefully creating an international event. It's there. We're going there.
That would be great, man.
It would be awesome, right?
That would be great, man.
Jeff, you're a legendary figure. Once again, I just want to say thank you for honoring me with this time and these conversations. I really appreciate what you've done for spinning. I want people to know that you've opened a lot of paths and a lot of roads for the young ones today. And I hope you don't retire anytime soon, because I think you've got a lot of energy still, and you're still a headliner at many shows, and you've got a huge following, Jeff. There's a lot of people that look up to you, my man.
Thanks so much, man, for the acknowledgement.
Salute.
And to your camera guys too, man.
We're trying, bro. Open platform for the world of spinning.
Please push for us, man.
We keep pushing.
You know.
Jeff James. Man,
You are the voice for us, you know.
we're all one united voice.
Exactly.
And we're going to get out there. We're going to get that international event. I'm trying. I will make it happen one way or the other.
Thanks so much, Vic.
Sure. Thank you. What can I say? Jeff James, he's this massive, small baby Jake's figure of spinning, and he was here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you can expect from Spin Sessions. Every single week, Friday, 9 a.m., we drop a fresh new episode just for you. Get in touch with me, holler at me on social media, give me information, start up my own conversation with me and you, and I want to know what you want to see on this show. Let me know what questions you want me to ask, what personalities you'd like me to have. I'm an open kind of guy, super friendly. Hit me up. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us. Spin Sessions with myself, Vic Pardell, Lattice White Boy on African Soil, and my boy Jeff James.